Remember that dream you had when you were younger? The one you believed in with all your heart? Maybe it was to start your own business, become a musician, travel the world, or do something incredible that left a mark. At that point, the world seemed full of possibilities, didn't it? But somewhere along the way, life got in the way, right? You grew up. Responsibilities piled up, bills had to be paid, maybe people even told you it was unrealistic, and over time, you started to believe them. Slowly, that dream that once burned so brightly started to fade, buried under the weight of everyday life. But here's the thing. What if that dream wasn't gone? What if it was just waiting for you, hidden beneath all the noise, patiently waiting for you to rediscover it? We've all been there. Life pulls us in a million different directions, and before you know it, you've drifted far from where you thought you'd be. You wake up one day and wonder, how did I end up here? What happened to all the plans I had? Where did that excitement go? It's like life sets you on this fast-moving treadmill, and no matter how fast you run, you feel stuck in the same spot. Work, obligations, relationships, they all take pieces of your energy until there's hardly anything left for you. Somewhere in the middle of all this, that dream, that pure, hopeful vision you once had slips further and further away. But let me tell you something. That dream, no matter how old or buried, is still alive. It's still inside of you, and right now, it's quietly calling your name, waiting for you to listen. The question is, will you? Let's be honest. It's not just life's responsibilities that get in the way. Doubt creeps in too. Fear starts whispering in your ear. What if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if it's too late? And these fears, they feel so real. They sit in the pit of your stomach, making you feel small, making you think, maybe I was wrong to believe in that dream. Maybe someone once said to you, be realistic. That's not how the world works. And the worst part? You started to believe them, but here's what no one tells you. Doubt and fear? They're not facts. They're not truths about who you are or what you're capable of. They're just stories we've told ourselves so many times that they feel real. But those stories don't define you. You have the power to rewrite them. Think about it. Why did that dream matter to you in the first place? What was it that lit that fire inside of you? Was it the passion to create something meaningful, to live a life that felt full of purpose, to prove to yourself that you could do it, even when others doubted you? That feeling, that sense of purpose, it's still there. It hasn't gone away just because life got complicated. And the beautiful part is that no matter where you are in life, no matter how far you feel from that dream, you can start walking toward it again. One small step is all it takes. You see, rediscovering your dream doesn't have to mean turning your life upside down in one big move. It's about reconnecting with that spark, that passion, in small, manageable ways. Maybe it's taking 15 minutes in your day to work on something that excites you. Maybe it's daring to dream again, just for a moment. To remember what it felt like to believe in something bigger than yourself. Let me ask you this. What would happen if you stopped listening to that voice of doubt and started listening to the voice of hope inside of you? You know the one I'm talking about. The voice that says, maybe it's not too late. Maybe I'm stronger than I thought. Maybe this time I can do it. That voice, it's the truest part of you. It's the part that's been waiting for you to come back to it. Life may have tried to drown it out with noise, but it never went away. And here's the beautiful thing. When you start listening to that voice, even just a little bit, you'll be amazed at what happens. It's like waking up from a long sleep. Suddenly, the world doesn't seem so heavy. You start to notice the possibilities again. You realize that maybe, just maybe, there's more to life than just surviving. Maybe You were meant to thrive. The moment you reconnect with that dream, everything changes. The world starts to open up again, just like it did when you were younger. But this time, it's different. This time, you're older. You're wiser. You've been through life's ups and downs, and you know things now that you didn't know back then. You know how to keep going, even when things get hard. You know how to persevere through disappointment and keep showing up day after day. And now you have the strength to fight for that dream in a way you couldn't before. It's not about going back to who you were. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. And that person, they're waiting for you to take back control. They're waiting for you to stop settling for less and start going after the life you've always wanted. But let's address the elephant in the room: failure. It's the thing that stops most of us in our tracks. The fear of failing, of putting ourselves out there and not succeeding, can be paralyzing. But here's something I want you to think about. What's worse, failing or never trying at all? Because the truth is, failure isn't the end. It's a lesson. It's a step on the path to success. Every time you fall, you learn something new and you get up stronger than before. Failure only has the power you give it. So stop giving it so much. Start seeing it for what it really is, just a part of the process, a necessary part of the journey to your dream. You've faced worse, haven't you? So why let this fear stop you now? You don't need to have it all figured out right now. You don't need a perfect plan or all the answers. You just need to take one step. What would that step look like for you? Maybe it's writing down that dream again, daring to say it out loud. Maybe it's carving out time each day to work on it, no matter how small that time might be. Maybe it's just allowing yourself to hope again. Every small step counts. Every small step brings you closer. And before you know it, those small steps will add up to something bigger than you ever imagined. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to following your dreams is the people around you. Maybe they don't see the vision you have. Maybe they've settled into their own lives and they don't understand why you won't do the same. But here's the thing. You don't need everyone to believe in your dream. You just need you to believe in it. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you, who remind you that you're capable of great things. And for those who don't see it, it's okay. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's fine. You don't need their validation. You've got everything you need inside of you. Here's the truth. Rediscovering your dream is the beginning of something beautiful. It's the start of a journey that will take you places you never thought possible. But it's not going to happen all at once. It's going to happen bit by bit, step by step, as you slowly but surely come back to that place inside you where everything felt possible. And the best part? This time, you're ready. This time, you know what's at stake. This time, you have the experience, the wisdom, and the strength to see it through. So, what are you waiting for? That dream is still there, waiting for you to rediscover it. Take that first step, and then another. And before you know it, you'll be closer than you ever thought possible. Let me leave you with this. It's never too late to be who you might have been. Your dream isn't gone. It's just waiting for you to come back to it. The time is now. You've waited long enough. Go after it. Rediscover that part of you that's been waiting for this moment. The world is waiting for you, and so is your dream.